Well, hello. Okay, well, it's funny that it hasn't been raining all day, and then I go to turn the film on, and it's lightly sprinkling, but I don't care. It's better than the torrential downpour we've had for the last umpteen days. So I did a little bit of work around here, put the brush hog on, took the backhoe off, and shortened my rocks. Makes a little bit of a difference, but wanted to show y'all, I put one together already. We are, well, this weekend, our meat birds, time to go to freezer camp. And we normally do a switcheroo. We go help Eric and Missy over Tilted K and process all their birds, because having 4 people is better than 2. It makes it go quicker, plus it gives us a excuse and a chance to hang out. So they're gonna do the same coming here this weekend. And normally Eric, because he has the plucker and a big scalder and basically everything, right, he just loads it in his truck, brings it over. And we got talking about it because he did his own dispatch cones and out of road cones, and they've been working great. But we thought, well, let's make it one less thing that he has to haul around. So we got our own. Like I said, I put this first one together. Took me a minute, but got it all there. Not sponsored, nothing like that. We just went on the Amazons and got 3 of these large ones. Looking at the reviews, guess as long as the birds aren't too small, but it looks like we'll be pretty good, because you could get a pretty large bird in here. This is what's recommended for your normal size birds, was the large. They said the small or the mediums were, but I'll see. Maybe she'll put the link to these down there, but it does come with some destructions. And I looked at them for a minute and said that was enough. But everything's labeled. Tells you right on the back. There's your right side, left side, and the front. Of course, I put the first one together wrong. And you get a little screwdriver and all the screws for like each one in this box. So now I'm gonna have 3 of these mini screwdrivers, but there's worse problems to have. And there we go. And it actually comes with the screws to mount it. I got lunch. Voila, all 3, I can't math, all 3 of those are done. They do give you 1 extra black screw. Like I said, you get a little packet that has a screwdriver, the screws and everything, and these mounting screws. I may use those screws to mount it. I've got to figure out my rack system, because I want to make a portable stand. Probably gonna look a lot like what Eric had done. The only thing that I think I'm gonna change is I think I have some chunks of 4x4, and I'm gonna try to build the uprights and the legs out of those just to make it a little sturdier. Let me finish my lunch and round up some tools and some lumber. I think I have a plan. I talked to Eric when we were over there just the other day, and I'm like, hey, I think if I built one, I'd do it out of a 4x4. So I found a chunk here, got a chunk there. I do have 2 more, but they're gonna be fun because they're buried in my wood pile. But I don't know, just go with me here. There's sort of a design-ish thing going on, I think. And that one was too long for me to square the end off by myself, so I just cut it a little long at the 6 foot that I wanted, and then now I can knob the end off. Tell you what, these things are beefy. It's a good thing I got a tractor with forks. I'm leaving that one over there for right now. Let's square off our mounting board. Okay. Told you I didn't know my exact plan, but it's a fun part of these design as you go. Let's mount them first. Purposely turned it around to make this part easier, and then I still marked the wrong side. And it falls right. 8 inches, okay. So now, I just need to figure out what my good height is. Because I gotta be able to put the birds in and then. Oh boy. Okay. We'll mark it and see what it does. Yeah. Think that'll work. I should put some cross bracing on it. I think that'll work. I still need to do a bar down there for like a catch bucket. But it's starting to rain. I need to get these tools put up. Well, good morning. All right, got rained out yesterday where the video ended, and yeah, I just wasn't gonna get any wetter, but want to do some extra bracing on this thing just because I did use the 4x4s. It's pretty stout, and I want to be able to come in with the forks of the tractor, plus I need to be able to hang buckets below the cones to collect and not make a mess. So grab me a couple boards and some true 2x6s that we had milled up that was just laying around. So gonna use them, get them cut, and figure out, not sure if I'm doing 1 cross brace or 2 going, you know, same direction as the kill cone ones. But then I want to do a couple 45s on the legs to keep it from, you know, twisting. So let me find a few more tools and I think we'll be ready to get going. Judge if I want it on that side or the other side. Tied that in. I mean, it didn't line up the way I thought it would on the top, but it'll buff out. Solid as a rock. Went ahead and put some screws in to hang the buckets off from, and then with the bracing, and I did the double that way I can lift it with the forks and it spreads it out and I'm not just putting pressure on one board. In my brain it makes sense. So I think that project is done. I mean, I gotta find some buckets yet to be able to hang off of there and then get this thing moved to wherever, but that don't have to happen today because we still got a few days. But I think that wraps it up for this project, guys. I'll let you know how it worked out, but I'm thinking this thing's pretty sturdy, pretty stout. The only other thing that I want to add to this eventually is my rabbit dispatch station, probably on the back side of it. And I think what I'm going to do is I might add a second one of these to give me a flat platform to mount. I'm going to make one out of plate steel once I find some plate steel. But yeah. But now I've got a different project we got to jump on. So let me get some of this stuff put away that I don't need out, and I'll show you what the next thing is. Okay. No, we're not getting a dog. I'm going to convert this dog kennel, which all I really need to do is build a base so it's up off the ground, and take the plastic tray out from underneath and it's gonna be a rabbit cage. When we were over at Eric and Missy's, if y'all remember back, right, we were in Tennessee last year, some neighbor dogs came and took out one of our new bucks and a bunch of the does and the kits. So when we were at Eric and Missy's, we had already gave them, I think, a buck and a doe, or at least a buck. I don't remember, maybe it was a doe. Either way, they've still got some of that same bloodline from the new one that we lost. So we got one of his bucks and brought it home. Got it in a little cat carrier for the last couple days because it's been raining and haven't been able to do this project, but I need to get him out of there so he's got some room. This is really big for him. I'm on the fence. We've got 4 teenagers that we're wanting to keep. I need to sex them to know for sure what they are. I may end up putting them in this one. I don't know yet, because they could use more room with 4 of them in there, and then he can go in Janet's old slot, because I had repaired that. So let me do some measuring and figure out what size base I need. Think that'll work. Okay, that's the base. Let's see how it fits on there. I'm gonna figure out some legs. Okay, so we're gonna guess they're all even. Okay, battery died while I was doing the last bit of bracing, but Nice stand with a hardware cloth. Now, and I did the hardware cloth because the holes in the bottom of this are a lot bigger and you'll end up going through it. Plus predators can get in there, but now I need to fasten it to the wood. And my thought, use some metal strapping. Use some of this metal strapping. Same stuff like I've used it on the greenhouse, everything else. Cut it to where it's gonna go over the wire. I'll bring in and show you. Like that. I think that works all right. Now I gotta figure out a roof. And yes, I normally use a grinder, but I couldn't find it today. Time to go find some sheet metal screws. Now the fun part is, I think I got a plan to mount this feeder. They're designed, well, one, to cut a hole out so this would go in and then hook on, but yeah, I don't have that option with this design. It'll have to work. Well, here we go. All right, it's done. Had Mama come help move it because, well, it's just awkward. But there's the 4 teenagers. I did decide to move them in there. Chrissy's got her babies in there. Got 5 of them. Jack's still doing good. What do you think, Jack? Say hi to good people. And there's the new guy. I've named him Jethrow. I don't know if it'll stick, but he seems like a Jethrow. He's actually from the litter of Chimera, right? Mr. Roper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look.
Not Mr. Rope. Yeah, Mr. Rope.
Yeah. I found my bride, yo.
I'm in the garden.
Yeah. Look at this thing, yo.